Making waves in film and television, you may recognize him from his roles as Detective Marcus, Rankin, and Power Book. What number is that? That's a 4, right?
4.
Okay,
Yeah.
4 fours.
Yes, 4 fours.
Bink in 61st Street, and Akil in Chicago Fire.
Yes.
They spelled it A-K-E-I-L. A little bit different. Please welcome my boy, but also my childhood friend, who's also been on the show now at least, this is going to be the third. Yeah, twice. This
well,
I
made a cameo on the Giorgio episode, too.
So, yes, this is going to be the fourth
time.
Fourth time's a charm for the proper episode. My boy, Giorgio Gio Johnson.
Thank you.
Woo!
Thank you guys so much.
What's good, man?
They don't know me from any of that stuff.
But you know what? They should. And that's why I'm saying it.
Well, they may know me. Okay. My bad. They may know me. The 61st Street clip always goes viral. I don't know why.
Really?
Just a clip of me in jail with this shank robbing this nigga goes viral. And
it's
everybody's like,
hilarious.
look at you. Robbing niggas in jail.
That's funny as hell. Well, you're out here for Forrest's wedding.
Yes.
Yeah. I went to the reception last night. That was a good time.
It was a good time. From what I remember. Yes.
Man, we double fisted. What was his name?
Jabari. Shout out to Jabari.
Yeah, man. Shout out to man. He was like, he's like, y'all need to be double fisted. Hey, come on.
2 of whatever he got.
Yeah, whatever. What was you drinking? I was like, oh, okay. This escalated quickly.
Very quickly. But it was one of the most beautiful weddings I've been to, man.
Yeah.
Amazing. Him and Aaron, that was just super intentional with every detail, because the theme of the wedding was Neverland. So not to be confused, not Peter Pan, but specifically Neverland.
Right.
So if you saw I don't know, you got there a little late, everybody had a compass. And your seat, it would say third star to the right if you were at the third table, second star to the right.
Got you. Okay.
That. They had the little thimble in the box.
Okay, and that's why the floral prints and everything made sense. That was
Yeah.
That tie Forrest had them shoes.
The shoes,
clean.
The boy did it.
Did it right.
Yeah,
fucking did it right.
Star-studded wedding. You were there. Gary L. Gray, Giovanni Samuels, Yvette Nicole Brown.
Yeah,
Anthony. It was a great time. And then of course his mom, the legendary Denise Williams. So
that was a really good time.
Yeah, I had a great time.
Love is in the air.
Love it. Is it?
Is it though? Oh man. What else is going on, man? What have we talked? Another plane went down.
Yeah, you just showed me.
Yeah.
Delta landing and flipped over.
No wings, no nothing. It's kind of ridiculous.
I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous getting on my flight here, man.
I mean, yeah, because there was snow in Chicago, right?
Yeah, I left, but not just that, just all this craziness happening. I'm going from one major city to another major city. It was right. Is this where y'all want to be on that bull?
Is this the time?
Is this the
time? Is this the time?
Our plane crashed. It's upside down. Fire department's on site.
And thank God nobody died.
Upside down.
Have injured.
Everybody. Most people appear to be okay.
I mean, there was a few people who got injured, but
yeah, a few. I take injuries. Well, I'd rather nobody be harmed than anyway. But
come on.
Don't take your video. Put that phone away.
No. Not put that phone away.
Holy fuck.
Yeah,
holy
fuck. Fuck all that right now. Get off the plane. No wings though.
Holy fuck. Oh my fucking God.
I would have.
Yo, I was just on this fucking plane.
The fact that people get out of that though is wild.
Yeah.
How much do you think those people are gonna get? You were saying
they're gonna probably get a couple mil.
Each?
At least $1 million. Yeah. The ones that are injured? Yeah.
Oh, the ones that are injured. Yeah, for sure.
The other people, they might get you get to fly for a year for free. No.
Yeah. We're gonna give you a lot of miles.
Yeah.
Some fucking bullshit. Oh man.
Some BS. What do you think, LaMicah?
It's the government. Here it takes
what they're doing is this little boy. Miss my boy.
Shout out to Lamika.
Shout out to Lamike. He's gonna be mad that
he's gonna be living. He's gonna watch this. He's gonna be like, you guys do fucking interviews without me. You said you hit him before you came out here, though, right?
I did, and he didn't answer the phone.
Oh.
He answered my text while I was here, though. So I tried to tell him.
But yeah,
he doesn't answer.
It's Lamika. It's Lamika.
It just does the things.
And the man doesn't understand how microphones work.
He doesn't.
I always tell him, I'm like, even we have an interview that we got to drop, and he's literally holding the microphone, and he's just doing he's doing this with it, like, because the handheld one, and he's just moving around. He's like, I just feel like, I'm like, dude.
Because he talks with his hands, so he just naturally just keeps moving them.
Yeah.
And I was like, you would think, being the son of a singer,
you would know mic control. Yeah,
no.
Nope, didn't pan out that way.
No. Bro. We learned early on. The child actors, we had to learn on.
Well, it's certain things that people don't realize too. Like I always say this, it's simple things like little blocking things and like standing on a mark for a reason, like, you know, why you need to be there, or having the timing and then saying the line, like,
and crossing intentionally, and all those little things matter. When you should pause and when you shouldn't. You don't need to pause right here, just say the line straight through. No, you pause right here because you're waiting for the reaction. Those little things that no one teaches. Everyone wants to act, but nobody wants to understand the technique of what a natural conversation looks like. You don't talk to people anyways nowadays. You people go on your phones and communicate through here, which is why it's weird when you come off of social media and onto a set and you don't know what the hell you're doing. Go take a class.
Yeah, that's facts. Because there's so many things I know I learned, like, I always say, like, I learned it on job training, but it's like, if you don't learn that shit on job. Yeah, and it's like, no one thinks to. Apparently, a lot of people who have taken classes, they told me, like, a lot of those things aren't necessarily always taught too. Like, certain things you just have to,
One of my friends went to Columbia, and I will never forget this. She went to Columbia, graduated, I think, with a musical theater degree. And I called her one day because I needed a reader for an audition, and she had no idea what she was doing. I'm not even asking you to be in the room with me. I'm just asking you over the phone to read. And she was like, do I read the directions? Do I read the and I said, you went to school they didn't teach you guys how to audition? Like, how to do a self-tape? She was like, no, we don't know any of this. It's like, what?
Teach them?
They teach them the acting, all of the acting things you need to know, but they don't teach you the business side, which is what people are missing just in general. Yeah, they're like, I want to be on TV. Shit. I want to be on stage. You need to know the business.
Right.
You need to know what to look for in these contracts. You need to know how to read a call sheet. It's like when we're in school and you don't get the essential shit like how to do taxes.
Right. Or they used to say how to balance a checkbook.
Right.
In the day. Yeah, they don't teach you that shit.
They don't teach you that, but those are the things we need to know. I don't need to know A squared plus B squared equals C squared. I haven't used that a day in my life.
Bro, I used to be so fucking mad because they would, remember when you had to have the graphic calculator?
Yeah.
And then the graphic calculator and the X, Y axis and all that. And I'm just like, they could have been teaching us about, like, investing.
Hold on, my bad. Okay.
They could have been teaching us about investing. They could have been teaching us about the stock market. They could have been teaching us about like there's so many things that like are more important than. I won't say more important because I guess but majority of the kids. Also, I feel like you should teach to where you know. Yes, like we know if you know that you're teaching in an environment where most of these kids are not going to be fucking rocket scientists, then maybe we should teach them math that's more applicable to what they're going to actually.
To what they're going to be doing. Yeah. Teach them what they need to know to just get out in life. Where are these kids going to be able to go? Some of them will be doctors and lawyers. Okay, cool. I went to Chaz.
Right.
So we had majors in high school. Mine was animal science. At one point, as a small child, I told her, Mom, I want to be a veterinarian. Then my mind changed, and she was like, well, I'm going to send you to an agricultural school anyways.
Right. But, I mean, that's still, you learn so much, though.
Right. I can take it with me at some point. We learn how to farm. We need that now.
Man, we really do. Well, the weird thing too is, I mean, have you gone down that rabbit hole of like where farming's going and how? Bill Gates is buying up he's trying to make the seeds and like.
Yeah, like the farmers are going broke because they can't afford the cost of labor to do the things that they need to do because they're not getting a return on it because of some of the stuff that's been cut out. Right. And also like I forgot what it's called. This guy was explaining it's like a group buy thing where you put your money in into this, that, and the third, and you know that you're going to get your money back on the back end. And because this program has now been cut, this guy can't afford to produce this year for harvest because he's not going to get that return, even though he already put the money in.
Got you.
And so I forgot what it's called.
And they're destroying the crops with all the shit they spray on them. So check this out. The land report. With almost 250,000 acres of highly productive farm ground spread out over 17 states, the co-founder of Microsoft ranks as the nation's largest private farmland owner. Much of Gates' acreage was bought in huge tranches. I've never heard of that. Tranches, including a group of farmland assets owned by the Canada Pension Plan Investment. What? Board. So, this money be going all over the place. Wait. So he bought a group of farmland assets that were owned by the Canada Pension Plan Investment Board. That's crazy. That was acquired in 2017 and 2018 acquisition of the 100 Circles acreage in the Horse Heaven Hills of eastern Washington. Those two purchases alone totaled an investment of more than $690 million in farmland assets.
Jesus.
Sheesh. Yeah, the guy owns some serious farmland. See, and this is what I'm saying. People hate on like Elon and shit because he's so public.
Yeah.
But it's like the guy who makes your computers buying your farmland, that's a way scarier like situation.
Because what are you doing? And how are you doing it? Because you don't have a background in this. So who's doing the land? Are you hiring people? What's going on with it? Because my thing is, did you do this to create job opportunities for people? Like, what's your major
Highly
plan?
unlikely. Highly unlikely.
No.
$113 million on Nebraska farmland. That's it. I mean, also if you look into the things like the Gates Foundation even does, like apparently like other countries when they see the Gates Foundation coming, they're like, oh shit.
Oh really?
It's one of those. It's the same as what they're saying the USAID thing is. Like apparently when other countries see USAID popping up, it's the same idea. It's like some shit's about to go down in your region.
Yeah, and they're like, let's prepare.
Yeah, and they they come with the vaccines for X, Y, and Z and all this, but he makes a lot of the medication, so then he goes and he takes it over there.
That's what I was about to say. Are they taking the medications from here over there?
I mean, I don't know what he's doing.
Because that's something I just recently questioned. I thought about. I was like, our medical systems are very different here than everywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
But if the diseases are not, the diseases are global.
Right.
Like COVID hit everywhere. Are they getting the same vaccines as we are? Are they making their own vaccines? How are we crossing
the COVID
this?
vaccine, they got the same ones from Pfizer, or Moderna or whatever, but I don't.
Okay. Or
I
Johnson
don't really
and Johnson
know.
before.
Yeah, but I don't know if I mean they could just be putting different shit in different. Like that's the scary part. It's like I don't know what you're really giving me, and
they got free healthcare over there, and so who knows? Is that working positively or negatively for things like that?
Right.
Are you getting the more premium stuff over there because you guys got it worked out, or are you getting something a little bit less because they aren't paying for it, and we got to spread this out to everybody?
Getting a watered down version.
Yeah. Like
getting the all inclusive drinks.
Exactly.
You got the all inclusive vaccine. That should have just
the all inclusive vaccine is crazy.
That's kind of it'll get the job done.
Yeah.
You might need 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah. How many boosters y'all got?
Yeah, man.
We gonna find somebody from the UK. So how many boosters did you have to get?
Well, we needed 4. Oh, see, y'all got that bullshit.
Yeah. 4. We had 2. What? You guys only had to get 2? Yeah. What are they feeding you?
Apparently, they did what was it? I think Israel was one of the most like vaccinated places.
Really?
And like they like it out of everywhere. Like
I can believe that though.
Yeah, they did the most. I'm trying to think
I can
where else.
definitely believe that.
There was another place that was like Italy too, because their population's old.
Mm.
So like people were dropping like flies.
Yeah.
In the beginning. So like
Well, you know, I just went over to Europe for the first time. Beautiful. For free.
Where'd you what part?
Barcelona. I went to.
I want to go. I was just talking to Lamika. I want to go to Barcelona.
It was beautiful, bro. I didn't get to spend as much. That's where my cruise took off from.
Okay.
So yeah, shout out to Virgin Voyages. If you want to do it again, actually, you know what? Take the whole Surrounded by Idiots crew, Virgin Voyages.
Virgin Voyages.
You guys should have a podcast cruise. Boom! I'm giving you guys business here. Let's talk. Yes.
Sounds like the move.
But yeah, that's one of the things content creating has opened the door for me to do cool shit like that. They offered me a free cruise for a 30-second video. It seemed right. That was the look I had.
Do that.
Right. I was like, is this a scam?
Yeah, like, are y'all motherfuckers really? Are y'all real? You check the page and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
I checked it. I Googled like the person's name who sent me the email to make sure. Like, I went to the LinkedIn page and I was like, oh, okay, this seems legit. Went ahead, did it. But yeah, we didn't have to pay for anything. And I was like, I've always wanted to go to Europe.
That's dope.
So they had one leaving from Barcelona. All I had to pay for was the flight and my hotel for like the night before and the day after. But yeah, it went from Barcelona, Marseille, Ibiza, went to Cannes.
Damn,
beautiful.
That's cool. What was your favorite place?
It was probably between Ibiza and Barcelona.
Okay.
Yeah. Ibiza it was a party city.
Party city, yeah. I've always wanted to go to Ibiza.
Yeah.
Always. But
you would love it.
But Barcelona's another one. I'm like, man, what's the culture like there?
Everybody was friendly to me. Like a lot, they talk about like it being racist over there. I didn't experience
in Barcelona. That's what they say.
Yeah, love. They didn't like. I remember at one point I was seeing they didn't want a lot of tourists over there.
Okay.
But everyone was friendly to me. Like the culture is fun. It was like summertime when we were over there.
Okay.
And I just remember like I took like a night stroll, and like all the bars that we were walking past, just everybody just lit, no matter what, dancing. And it's not like the bars over here where like sometimes people are just sitting down and just congregating and talking. Everybody's lit. Everybody's having a good time. And I think it's because people intentionally are going out for that. They're not going out to be seen or to like Instagram themselves.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like I'm coming just to enjoy life. And that's what it felt like. It felt like people over there are just enjoying life.
That is something that I feel like you think that's an American thing though, or you think it's just maybe it's just major cities too? Because I think you go to other cities. I mean, you're always gonna have people who are on their phones, whatever.
Yeah,
yeah. Like if you know you live in a city where your place isn't the spot.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean. It's not like cracking where you live, so you don't really go out to be seen. You go out because you're gonna do something with your friends.
Fun. Yeah, like down the stuff that they do down south.
Right.
Like people that it was a reality show back in the day, and I thought it was so interesting. It was these kids. They lived in like this super small country town. They're like, "What do you do for fun?" We go mudding. That's when they get in the truck and they find mud pits and they just go and do like donuts in the mud and go drive. But that's their idea of a good time.
Because they're just they're doing it with their friends. It's easy. Yeah. It's free.
They don't care about this. They don't care about this.
Right.
They don't care about any of that, but that's just the culture there because that's what they have access to, and this is their lives.
Right.
As opposed to when you go out places like L.A., Chicago, it is about who has the money and the status and who's no. Yeah. Right. How can I get in? I know someone. These people in the South aren't going up to the bar saying, "I know so and so, let me in."
Yeah. Why am I at a place I can't just go in?
Right.
That's how they feel. Yeah.
Because culture shock if they come here and they're like, I just want to go to a bar and get a couple rounds and chill. They're going to be so disappointed.
Not this bar, sir.
Nah.
No. Are you on the list? Do you have a reservation? That is one of my biggest pet peeves. When I walk into a restaurant and they ask me, do you have a reservation?
Oh, yeah.
And there's no one in the restaurant.
If it's full, I get it.
If it's full, I completely get it. Oh, do you have a reservation? Because now I have to try to fit you in somewhere. But there's nobody here. So it doesn't really matter if I have a reservation, does it?
I'd rather say, hi, how are you doing today? I'm good. And if I do have a reservation, I'll say, Gio Johnson, table for 2, whatever.
Yeah.
But you asking me and I look around, I'm like, there's an old couple here that is getting a discount, I know for sure.
For sure.
And then there's probably this one person sitting by themselves, I know is on their lunch break. Don't ask me if I have a reservation. Just seat me.
Just seat me. Anyway, and then they always want to take you to that one fucking random table. Right. Why am I here? No one else is here.
And then if you ask to go to another table, they're like, okay.
Yeah,
It's always that pause.
Something. I have to check it. Check with what?
Because they're like, oh, this isn't that one person section. And it's like, I'm pretty sure they could just take the table over here. It
makes no sense.
And if somebody else comes and this is their section, just switch them. Boom.
Right. But you know, that's too much like right.
Yeah. I was a host at a restaurant. So for me, it was like, I used to do it all the time and just tell the servers like, hey, this table, I couldn't sit them in your section. They didn't want it. Just take them over here, switch out with one of the other people. They would be fine with it. The manager sometimes would be like, hey, you're throwing off the system. I'm like, am I? They're still going to get paid.
Right.
The people are still going to send their money. They're going to get, hopefully they get tipped.
Right. What was the worst job you've ever had?
Probably the one I quit last year.
What was that one?
The one I mean, I publicly talked about it, so let's do it. I worked at this pickleball facility called SPF, Play SPF in Chicago. And this was their...
Wait, first off, how did you find a pickleball job? Like, this is so random.
So the people that owned it used to own the pop-up experiences I worked. So I used to work at these pop-up experiences. Okay. We did like the Office experience, the Prince experience. There was a Harry Potter one.
Gotcha.
So it was like, yeah, you know, those things that they'll do. And it's like, oh, I walked into my favorite TV show, or now I get all this stuff from my favorite artist. So they, I guess, left there and decided we're going to do a pickleball facility where it's indoors and it's supposed to be like summer all the time. They have a yard area where you can play games. They have a bar. They have a kitchen. You can order food. But this is their first one. They want to start franchising this. So they're still working out kinks.
Right.
But the problem was, and if you're in Chicago, you know this, it was in,
it was
God's like, stop telling this story right now.
Stop it. This isn't good.
Right. We're back. It's in Lincoln Park.
Okay.
So
north.
Yes. So think of the culture there.
Yes.
That's correct.
Not many blacks.
No. I want to say this. Shout out to my managers there. All 3 of them, amazing people. My managers, amazing people.
Gotcha.
Devin, Mel, Carly. Still love you guys to this day. The owners were the issue. I was the only black supervisor there. I was a supervisor. So I would send the people out to the floor. I would work the front desk. If there was an issue with customers, if I could handle before I got to the managers, that was my job. I remember this lady coming up to me because they had open play. So like if you do open play for basketball, if you have enough people, you play it. If there's only 3-on-3, you do it. Pickleball, you have to have somebody for your doubles.
Right.
They're playing doubles. So some people would pre-sign up for open play, but then if they don't show up, these 3 people are left here and nobody's there to play with them.
Gotcha.
This lady's pissed and mad at me, and it's like, I can't make this person show up. I can't check and see why they're not here. I can call them, but if they don't show up, then I can't do anything for you.
This also isn't a job. This is like some hobbies.
Right.
Hobby shit. So if he's not here, maybe something in life is going on.
Exactly. He already paid his money. What am I going to do about it? And she was like, well, I need a refund. I need this. I need that. I was like, I'm sure we can work that out. And so she's just getting more and more aggressively pissed. Points her finger at my face and said, you need to get your shit together. I am so disappointed. All this. Tons of microaggressions.
Right.
It's like, is this how you work? Like, just making it very much about me.
You, and not the facility.
And not the facility. Yeah. And so I go over. My manager's not in yet. He's not coming in for like an hour. One of the owners is there, though. Call him over. I said, hey, this lady is really upset. Tried to do all I can do. I said, but I want to let you know she was very disrespectful to me. Using microaggressions made me feel very uncomfortable. That can't fly.
Right.
He's like, okay, I'll go talk to her. So what I'm expecting you now are going to do is go defend your employee.
Of course.
To make sure that I'm comfortable doing my job running your facility. He goes over, he said, I'm sorry, what happened? Her tone totally changes. Yeah, I'm so disappointed I couldn't do my open play. And, people not showing up, it makes it hard. And I really want to come in here and enjoy the facility. But if they're not here, he was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to jump in and play with you. That way you guys can have your time. And actually, I'll give you a credit back for what happened. Turns around to me, says, all right, I'm going to go handle that. You good? I said, no. You let her do what she did and disrespect me, but you didn't defend me.
At all. Yeah.
And he says, hey, that's just our demographic here.
Oh, he went all the way. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so that was like the kickoff of like, I see what the culture is here. But I'm holding out trying to see if things are going to change because I need the money. Several other things happen. And then it gets to the point where they're basically trying to push me out.
Of course, yeah.
And so I just leave.
Right.
Because I'm not going to say all the things that were said on here, but things were said about me that let me know, like, you don't value me. Right. You also don't value other people of color. Right. And I now know that you hired these other minorities, these DEI hires, to fill a quota and to justify. And no, it was a game thing. It was like, I know I have to hire some diverse people here. One of the managers was a black male. The other one, she was a white lesbian. Other one was a black woman.
Right. I know what I'm doing. The people in charge are all diverse. So when something goes down, that's my scapegoat. We're not racist. We're not bad people. Look at the faces of our company. We also get the passive people too, because like, let's be real. Even when we go and we want to spend our money somewhere, it's like, oh, but they got a brother working here. Right. Now you don't know how they treating the brother. Exactly. Yeah. But now I just saw one of the black members that was there. He just got into an altercation, left a Yelp review where he told everything. He said, I've been coming here for a year. What's this place called? Play SPF Chicago. Okay, let me see. I'm about to go look at this Yelp review. Play SPF Chicago. Yes. It sounds like a what's it called? Sunscreen. Right. Well, social pickleball fun or social play fun, something like that. Play. Yeah. So no, but it's just Play SPF. And what happened was this guy got into it with two of the white customers. They go off to have an altercation, and they took up for those white people like crap. Yes, because they called back. They tell the whole thing. They said this customer's coming back in tomorrow, and they requested that you not speak to them, and if you do so or approach them, you'll lose your membership. He was not the aggressor. He didn't start with them. They started with him, and of course, is this place a month? I want to say maybe 50. Oh, is this the review? Is this the guy, CJ? Is this the one? Because I think so. Or he gave him 1 star, I'm sure. Yeah, they're only 1 star. I had my membership when they offered it before they were even open for business. I was involved in a very unfortunate situation November during open play. There we go. A coworker of mine was playing in a one-day tournament, and since we were short players, I asked him, did he want to warm up with us for one game, which I shouldn't have done. But I seen it done before. Another member was upset by it and proceeded to call me a fucking liar, which I didn't appreciate one bit. I asked her to apologize, which she refused. And we both were pretty upset. But here's where things went sideways. Get out of here, Google. This is where things went sideways. A white male member started yelling at me to be removed because I had on a t-shirt with a picture of Muhammad Ali. Nigga, what? Of all people. There's no way you're offended some nigga has on a picture of Muhammad Ali. Like, come on, bro. His exact words were, get out of here with your black Muhammad Ali shirt on. Management was notified of the situation by myself and a member that was involved. She admitted that she started the incident by calling me a fucking liar. I went to apologize to squash the situation, but she said she wouldn't. I was asked to leave, but not the two white members who were also involved in the situation. When I was in the parking lot, the male customer comes out as I was leaving. When he saw me, he broke out running. The next day, the co-owner called me and we discussed what happened, and he informed me that the woman admitted she started using foul language and asked, did I want to speak with everyone that was involved and clear the air, which I said, no need. I'm done with it. Let's move forward. And he agreed. Rich, the co-owner, and I have a very friendly relationship from my point of view, but the very next day he calls me and informed me that she was bringing her dad to the club and I should give both of them space. He and the vice...
You see what I'm talking about?
That's crazy. You should give them some space. So what does that mean? I can't come? Is that what you're trying to tell me? He and the vice president of operations both sent me emails informing me that my membership would be terminated if this was to happen again. Now, take it, they selected me, member of the month, just a few months prior, and I've always had a good relationship with staff and players up until this day. When I was informed them that I would be ending my membership, they both asked me not to in an email and a phone call. This is part of the email I received. We ask that you not seek out or talk to either of the players involved in the incident if they are at the club at the same time. They both have asked for space, and if you see them at the club, please do not speak to them or approach them. We need you to respect this request. Any violation of this request will lead to an immediate termination of membership. And you know they not sending them that email.
No.
Wow. Yeah, this place is, they on some bullshit.
Yeah, they tried to give me a final write-up, and I never had an original write-up. That's what I'm saying. It was like, you guys did what you need to do to get people in here, and now your true colors show. It happens all the time. It was the business version of a TV show on UPN. Get the black viewers.
Yep.
All right, we got
now
the money.
Now we turn to CW.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Make it white.
Make it white. Damn, that's wild, bro. I'm sorry that happened.
No, it's fine. I quit that job, and I've been doing full-time acting and content creation since then. Next month will be, remember when I came out here for the game show? I quit the job right before then.
Got you.
Yep.
But, you know, and sometimes that's what you need. You need that. This is some bullshit. I'm not dealing with it. And it just puts you,
But all my jobs just never work out. Every time something happens, they're not supposed to. And I was like, I have to stop chasing a 9 to 5 and start betting on myself. And even though that looks scary, even though it's uncertain, and even though it's not going to be consistent in my income right now, I'm a lot happier. My mental health is a lot better. I'm not stressed out getting up, going to this place that I'm not enjoying. I'm not having panic attacks thinking about what's going to go wrong today, or if someone's going to say something that's going to trigger me.
Right.
Some racist or microaggressive comment that I have to just let slide because I know y'all aren't gonna have my back on this shit. Yeah. And so for me, it's like, why keep putting yourself through this?
Yeah. Especially in a place like Chicago, man.
Yeah.
Because I know shit like that happens here. I know shit like that happens in New York. It happens everywhere. But at the same time, I feel like Chicago, you really gonna, because I always say this, and you know it to be true. Like, it's like people I refilled those.
Oh
yeah,
it's all a lie.
It's all for props. I'm sorry.
But Brandon,
imposter syndrome.
We appreciate branding.
Hey man, you know. What was I gonna say? Fucking but I see it. It's like you see people in cities like Chicago, and it's just like, you know. White people are just scared of black people.
Yeah.
Like it's a whole different type of, like, in LA it's more of like you'll still get that, you know, nose down at you from time to time. But in Chicago it's like, don't look them in the eyes. Like, it's like crazy.
Oh no, I ended up doing a whole video talking about what happened. And then they were like, shouldn't be funny. I'm sorry, people. They got scared, like thinking I was gonna come like after them or send people after them. They asked me about they asked one of the other managers, like, hey, do you know about Gio's family? They were like, no. Why? They were like, would they like come and like find us? And apparently they left. I don't know if this is true. Apparently the co-owner that he was just talking about and his wife, they left town for a couple days because they thought I was gonna come up there and do something. And I'm like,
that's so crazy.
I'm like, who did you think you hired then? Who did you think I was as a person?
Yeah, man, that's wild.
For you to be that fearful of me, who did you think I was as a person? And mind you, you could pull up the video. I did it like almost satirical.
Is it on Instagram?
Probably. If I didn't archive it, actually, I can probably find it and send it to you, so that way you can find it easier. But yeah, I hit that breaking point. Like, I'm tired of this shit.
Right.
This isn't the first time this has happened to me at a job. This isn't the first time it's happened to a black person at a job. Right. And the thing is, you can go to EEOC, you can go to all these people, unless you have something definitively of them saying that word or saying, you know, he's a monkey or whatever. They're not dumb enough to do. They're not going to do that. They're smart enough not to do that, but they're going to say it in a way where they say what they want to say without saying it.
Oh, facts.
Those microaggressions are so much harder to fight.
Yes. But
it's like, what's the point of...
you wouldn't know that, would you?
Right.
That's like, that can mean a lot of things. You know what I mean? But if you say that in a meeting
certain
and you're
tone,
like, hey, but no, you wouldn't know that, would you? It's like, well, that's not a... Yeah, but it's the way. Yeah, it's the way it was said.
Yeah. And then, like, they would have... I will never forget, like, you know when they try and let you know, like, hey, I'm on your side? For some reason, he brought up Morgan Wallen. He was like, we hate that guy because he, you know, he says the N-word. And I'm looking around, I was like, why are you asking me? I would rather you ask the white guy who works here who's a fan of Morgan Wallen.
Right.
Why are you asking me? Why are you checking? This isn't a connection for me. This is actually a better chance for you to check his morals if that's where you actually stand.
Right. If that's where you actually stand, though. And that's
right.
the thing.
And that's
most of the time it's not. I can't believe that. I just can't believe that it's that blatant, though. Like, the fact that it's like...
Oh, yeah.
Like, man. But you know what else it is? What did he say? That's our demographic. It's fucking pickleball, right? They really do. Like, it's like it's like if you go to a golf. I'm sure that there's golf courses in Chicago.
There were a couple black people there. Well, CJ was there.
Well, CJ was there. CJ is no longer there.
I might have took it down. I don't know.
That's crazy though. What was I about to say though? Yeah, I can imagine golf courses are probably like that too in Chicago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like they gotta be. Because I mean,
my grandfather used to golf a lot.
Yeah, on golf courses out here sometimes. Just the look.
Oh right, because you golf.
Yeah, and you'll get like sometimes you get the the nice. They smile. They're like, oh cool, he's into the game. Then you get the others who are just kind of like. But I can imagine in the Midwest that shit's probably.
What is he doing here? This is our game.
This is our game. We love Tiger Woods, but he was Asian.
Right.
Rest in peace, Tiger's mom.
Did she just recently pass?
Recently passed, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was supposed to play in a tournament, and he didn't end up playing because she passed.
Oh, I found it on TikTok.
Oh, you sent it to me?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what's funny? I don't even know if I have TikTok on this damn...
Well, you can get it back now. They opened it back up in the app stores.
Yeah, I don't use TikTok.
I know.
That's the problem.
You need to.
I know. I just, it's such a, like on this iPad, I don't even know if I have it. That's what I was trying to
Even
say.
if it's just clips for the show like that.
Oh, and I upload to TikTok basically every day.
Okay. You just don't use it in the,
I don't open it or read it or, I leave it alone. I have no interest really in it.
No, I get it. It's not for everybody. I accidentally fell into content creation.
Right. Look, shit's trying to give me the log. Just sign up, log in. I'm like, oh yeah. But what was I gonna say?
Just play it. That's so stupid.
Yeah, it sucks that you can't just play things off of. But I get they want you to download the app.
Yeah.
That's why I like Twitter. It feels like everything's just easy. You can find everything. It's easy. It's accessible even if you're not on Twitter. You know what I mean?
Oh, you know what I can do?
Oh, can you airplay it?
Yeah, I was gonna say I could download the video and then just send you the video.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's better. That's better for my lack of technology here.
But I don't know if we've talked about it. You said childhood best friends, so I'll send you over that. Let's talk about how we knew each other from childhood.
Tap days.
Tap dancing. We was shucking and
Studio
jiving.
One. Miss Fashika.
Miss Fashika.
Man, those were good days, man.
They were. We had class, every Wednesday night, Saturday morning. Twice a week.
It was Wednesday nights?
I think so. Or was it Tuesday? Something like that.
I remember we get out of there and it'd be fucking dark.
Dark, yeah.
That's, man. So wait, what was your story with tap? Why did you want to tap?
So my older cousin was already doing dance classes.
Okay.
And I came to her recitals and I saw the boys tap the year before. And I was like, Mom, I want to do it.
Gotcha.
And I think the first year she didn't take me serious. She was just like, okay, yeah, whatever.
Right.
And then we went back the next year. I was like, no, I really want to be in class. I really want to do it. And so she let me join. And I think originally I wanted to do gymnastics. And that's why she didn't let me do it, because I quit gymnastics.
Got you. Okay.
I just found out I wasn't passionate about it. I was like, this is cool. No, I remember doing that first.
Where'd you do that?
Hayes Park.
Okay. I was like,
so it wasn't like it was
trying to do like the Jesse White tumblers or some shit
no,
like that.
Oh no, but that's probably what led to it. My they were at everything when we were little.
Bro, everything.
Them and the South Shore drill team.
Yep. All the time, like Bud Billiken Parade. I would perform on the Western Union float.
Oh yeah,
would be right there.
I remember that.
Yeah, man. I'd be up there singing Usher songs.
Right.
You don't have to go. It's okay, girl.
Coming down King Drive. Hilarious. But yeah, I wanted to do. I thought it was the coolest thing. I thought I was gonna be like the next Sammy
Glover.
Savion Glover, yeah. And I really wish I would have stuck with it, honestly, because I do miss it.
It's a cool art form, but man, it has died.
Yeah,
like hasn't it? Like it's just you don't see anyone tapping. Like Savion Glover was like the last hoorah of niggas tapping,
and he still does. There's a group of black women. They actually tour.
Really?
And they're pretty cold.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't see it as much. It's not. I just saw this dude on TikTok the other day, and I was like, damn, he's fired.
Yeah.
Like killing it. And it was like, why did this die down? Why is this not a thing anymore? And like, I would love to go back to Studio One day and just see what they're doing over there, man.
Yeah, that's man. I also wonder what that is for like enrollment and stuff. Because even if it's not, if the kids aren't doing it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or did they have to start teaching like other things? Like, you know what I mean?
Because I mean, were they teaching hip hop when we were there? I don't even remember hip hop being a thing.
No,
there was ballet, there was jazz, there was modern,
there was no
tap.
hip hop.
No,
nah.
But now I'm pretty sure they do now.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm positive they do it now.
Because also then that's how you get a broader demographic too. You know our demographic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like you white kids want to learn hip hop.
Yeah.
And are they still over
this
in Beverly?
is hip hop.
This is hip hop. That lady. Yo, I couldn't believe. She's like, this? No, that's not hip hop. This is hip hop. Yeah.
Gotta flex your feet.
That's who told her this was a good idea?
I don't know. But I was. Introduce you guys to the owners. This is David. Yeah, shout out to David. And this is Richard Green. He goes by Rich though. You know, I don't think he likes being called Richard. Make sure you guys call him Rich. And up until yesterday, I was an employee. Let me tell you all the amazing things that I experienced while I was working there. One of the dope things I experienced there were microaggressions. Y'all, so many of them. This is what from they felt customers and from ownership. The two guys I just showed you, David and Rich.
You're using, and these
so one day, this lady, perfect example, she was very, very aggressive, rude towards me, put her finger in my face, talked to me all types of crazy. And when I told Rich what was happening, he told me, well, that's just our demographic. You just kind of have to deal with it. I said, no, it's only your demographic because you allow it. When we got to the lady, she apologized to Rich, and she spoke very well to him. But what Rich failed to do, which is what I would have done if this was one of my team members, he didn't make the lady apologize to me. He made sure that he catered to her, and I believe even gave her credit for her complaint, but did not put me first. Now, I'm not saying I was perfect in any way. I was late one day. My first time being late opening up the building. And David decided to get in my face and tell me that it was unacceptable. Pointing at me, talking aggressively, being very demeaning with his words, and then walked away. He came back an hour later after playing pickleball and saying, "It's okay, Gio. I got all my frustrations out now." Apparently, the two of them had very negative feelings about me, but they never expressed them to me. They would always come up to me and say, "Hey, Gio, great job. Hey, you're doing amazing. Hey, how are you doing?" But behind closed doors, there was a very different story being told about how they felt about me. After calling Richard out about the microaggressions thing, I do remember him trying to connect with me by telling me we shouldn't listen to Morgan Wallen in the building because, he said the N-word. But Rich would still go around saying certain things like, well, there's a certain demographic we want to attract here. I'm assuming that's the demographic that they want to eat their $18 grilled cheese that they put duck on. I do want to shout out Carly.
That's
my
the
managers
demographic.
while I was a supervisor the food was there. horrible. They were very protective, very supportive, and always advocated for me. They were amazing, and one of the reasons why I stuck around, hoping that things would get better and hoping that I could move up to a better position. But me now seeing the things that I see, I know that David and Richard were never going to let that happen. Damn. Once again, the name of this place is SPF.
Where did David
it's in
and
Lincoln
Rich
Park,
come from?
21.
See, now I want to go down like the wormhole of.
I don't know where David comes from. I don't know where Rich comes from. David was from New York.
Okay, but I just wonder like what their backgrounds were prior to opening the spot. Just because sometimes it makes shit so clear. You're like, oh, you were, and then you, okay, yeah, I see why you wasn't fucking with. Yeah.
But for me, it was like either you make it a teachable moment.
Yeah.
Because if you're willing to learn and be like, oh, I didn't know that this was a thing, I can forgive ignorance. What I can't forgive is your inability or your want to try and learn and do better.
Exactly. Or even, like I said, it's something as simple as, I don't give a fuck who the person is. When somebody comes over, hey, can I take care of your problem? X, Y, and Z. Also, my staff member was telling me that you were being very rude to him.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it if you could apologize to him because, here, we're all family in this building. And even if you don't believe any of this shit.
It's business.
It's business.
Play the business to the best degree. Don't make it so obvious that you don't like me. I don't care if you don't like me, but if I'm working for you, make sure that I'm comfortable working for you.
Right. And also, then I can't even do my job if I don't feel that I will be backed up because now, if there really is a real problem,
exactly,
I can't handle it because I know my ass is getting thrown under the bus no matter what happens.
And that was the thing. I was like, this isn't safe for me.
No, at all.
Let me go. And what I really feel like, I honestly feel like it was God, bro. I feel like God was like, I have to aggressively push you out of here. Yeah. You're not going to leave on your own. You keep sitting in these places for the comfortability of money when you're going to be provided for anyways. I haven't gone broke in the last year. Have there been some dips in income? Yeah, but guess what? I found a way to make it happen. Right. It's that I had to hustle.
Right.
And I did it all off of my ideas, my creativity, my stuff. Right. I'm in control of my schedule now. I don't have to worry about waking up and if I'm late, somebody being pissed at me. Right. I get pissed at myself when I don't get up and do what I'm supposed to do, but that's on me.
That's on you. And you're building something for you.
Right. That's so your time. I'm my boss now. I'm my manager. I'm all of those things.
Right.
And yeah, it's a scary thing to take that leap of faith, but when you are at a point where you know what you want to do in life, I know what I want to do. I know exactly.
Bullshit.
Yeah. You guys are not the means to an end. You're the means to get me to the next thing. So until I can get out of here, I shouldn't be waiting for that opportunity to come for me to be able to say, okay, guys, I quit. I should be creating that opportunity so I never have to go back and fill out another application.
Bro, you're 100% right. And social media, it's cool because social media is really a bridge to do that. And prior to social media, like there was no way to do that. It's like
you were building
sitting
a
around
business.
waiting. Yeah. You're waiting for somebody to call you with a job or an audition. Yeah. And if they don't call, what you doing?
That's it. And even within that, we can create our own stuff now.
Right.
And I can connect with other people and I can be the connector here. Hey, bro, you guys got a film? Let's do Excel Fest. Perfect example of that.
Shout out to Gio making the play. Brand new is on AMC Plus.
Yes, y'all go check it out. You, Denzel, Chris Lofton, my boys.
Yeah, man.
And so, like with stuff like that, it's a scratch your back, scratch my back type situation. But niggas don't know how to network anymore.
True.
Everyone's out for themselves, not realizing that if I network out this way, when this nigga climbs, if he goes up before me, guess what? He can now pull me up. You're too busy trying to reach to the nigga that's already up there.
Makes no sense.
Who does not care about you because he already has a you linear.
With the niggas he was working with back when he was trying to come up. Yeah.
So linear here, why am I looking there if I know Maestro can do it just as well and we can build together?
Right.
Because if I go to that nigga, you know what happens? I have to now dim my light
100%.
to help him shine so he can make me feel valuable before he lets me go and shine. As opposed to here, we're helping each other shine, and now people are liking like, let me go work with these niggas.
Right.
And I can pull up the next nigga, and you can pull up the next nigga. But the chain of command stops because that one nigga somewhere in there, a nigga is going to get selfish.
Of course.
And a nigga is going to get greedy, and he's not going to want to reach back.
No.
He doesn't want anybody to surpass him or put the next person on because he's scared that if I pull you up, that knocks me down. No.
That's not how that works.
That's not how the system works.
But you know what I think that is too? It's a very short-sighted approach because what people don't take into account is fair. You could bring somebody up and they could surpass you in this moment.
Yeah.
Fair. But later when you're irrelevant, that same person can come back and be like, hey, you know what? You should be in this project that we did, that you helped. And now all of a sudden you're hot again.
Yeah. And that's how it should work.
That's how it's supposed to work. But if you don't help nobody, then
why would you think they're going to come back and help you?
Yeah. No.
I have no problem taking a step back if that's not every project is not meant for me to be on screen.
Right.
And I say that all the time, like with tokens. My goal with that was to never be on screen. It was my original idea is a documentary based off of people like you and Gary and all of these other people who have been the only person of color in these spaces.
Right.
Been the only person of representation for me when I was a little kid looking at TV saying, I want to do this. Is it possible? Yes, he's doing it.
Right.
He's the only one, but he's doing it. So there's that little glimmer of hope. There's a chance, as opposed to the white kids that are watching and be like, I know him. That you see yourself all the time.
Yeah.
I had to flip a few channels or wait for a couple shows to go off before I saw the famous Jet Jackson come on and be like, a black superhero.
And
a spy.
And the star of the show.
And the star of the show. We had Zach on Power Rangers, little stuff like that. These people have to be celebrated because you open the door. It doesn't seem like a big deal, but it is.
Right.
You opened the doors and endured some stuff that we don't know about being the only one. You endured being the only person that understood black culture in the place and then being looked over about it.
Yeah. And
now the doors are open where we can celebrate black culture on TV, where we have fully lit black shows, but that took time to get there, and for it to be owned by us.
Right.
Because even the black sitcoms back in the day, they were being, white people were in the writer's room. They were producing. That's why when people, I love that Twitter now does these things where they go back and they're like, oh my God, if you watch this, they were not black. Who was writing this? White people.
White people. And then who's the guy? I always forget his name, but he created
Norman Lear.
Yeah, he's the one who did Good Times and all that stuff.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. That man knew how to make a black show, didn't he?
Made a black show and made millions.
That's crazy. Got to keep them in the projects. That's where. Like,
I was about to say, when were the times good on this show?
Hey, it's not about the money. It's as long as we got each other.
Hanging in a child line.
Good times.
Is it crazy ripple?
So this nigga did The Jeffersons, Good Times, All in the Family. Did he do all these?
Is it The Jeffersons a spinoff of All in the Family?
Let me see. Wait, what? Well, let me think. All in the Family, and then
I thought they were like he was like Archie's neighbor.
Episode. Yeah, I do remember that.
So maybe it was like a backdoor pilot, and they were I know they were like neighbors or something.
They don't just have like all the shows he did.
They should have a list.
Yeah, that's what I want. TV productions. There we go. Damn. Sheesh. All in the Family, Sanford and Son, Maude, Good Times, The Jeffersons, Hot L, Baltimore, One Day at a Time, Mary Hartman, The Dumplings, Al's Fair, The Nancy Walker Show, All That Glitters, Fernwood Tonight, A Year at the Top, America Tonight, Different Strokes, Hanging In, The Baxters. Man, that's crazy, bro.
Jeez.
That's crazy.
And about 50% of those are all
black shows. Yeah, that's like now I'm gonna go to his IMDb because I'm like, this is kind of.
That's wild.
And he, low key, he probably was like, it's the best money maker in the game because you don't really have to pay them any money.
No. At that point, they're
they
happy
have
to be
no
working.
Ownership, and then we run it up. Okay, so Mary Hartman, she was white. Fried Green Tomatoes, he produced that. Maude, she was white. We know what Good Times was. Wait, producer? Wait, this nigga's still alive?
No, he just the last thing he produced was the Good Times
and this
animated series, and I guess whatever this is.
That's crazy. Yeah, Good Times. Okay, I see it. Clean Slate. So yeah, there's still shit coming out. I guess he was.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I just read about him. They said that he was a producer on this.
Black people.
But if you're gonna do a sitcom, I get it. Like business wise, I would go to the man knows how to structure a sitcom.
Jesus Christ.
But really, I would want you to do is like consult and give me the funding.
227.
227, yeah.
Yo, Silver Spoons.
With Alfonso Ribeiro.
Bro, I always think of that from
Family Guy.
Yeah. It was like, oh.
Hey, Alfonso, weren't you on Silver Spoons? Yes, I was.
And he's like moving shit. He's like, it's a movie. Yo, that's so crazy. Alfonso Ribeiro is one of those guys where it's like, I can't say it didn't work out okay for him, but it's just like he should have gotten more work, right?
I feel like he should have. He got like the Urkel thing on him where it was like everyone saw him as Carlton, and you told us, I'm not Carlton.
I'm not him anymore. That's what he said to me, and I was like,
to a child.
I was like, okay,
no.
God. Whoa, have you ever seen the video of Alfonso Ribeiro where he's talking about the white bitch?
What? I was just about to say that.
Yo.
It's have you seen Langston Kerman reacting to it?
Yeah, that shit was Alfonso.
Now he's actually one of my new favorite comedians. Have you seen his stand up?
No.
It's actually good. It's on Netflix. It's called Bad Poetry.
Bad Poetry. What's his name?
Langston Kerman.
Langston Kerman. Okay.
Yes, he has a bit about how his mom married Benny the Bull, and
he from Chicago.
Yeah, he's from Chicago.
Oh,
and Benny the Bull got fired. There's a real story about how Benny the Bull got fired for selling drugs in like 2004.
Chicago is one of a fucking.
It's on the Wikipedia. If you go to Benny the Bull's Wikipedia, go down to controversies. It's a whole story.
Hold on, I'm still trying to find out Alfonso Ribeiro talking about a white woman, but that's.
Oh man,
Benny, that is some Chicago ass shit.
Yeah, it's like Benny.
He
said, "What are you doing? These are your work clothes."
Oh, Benny, what are you doing? Where's
the Masked Singer? Would you ever do the Masked Singer?
I guess I would, but I don't. Yeah, I guess. Sure, why not? What do I have to lose, right?
I mean, like some major stars are going on there now. Why not? You know?
I guess, yeah. I would.
Boys to Men just did it, and I think they won.
Yeah, them niggas good though. They can sing.
See, you could sing. You would on Broadway.
Hey, listen, don't bother me, cause there's some hot white out here
tonight.
Hey, now.
Hey, Alfonso.
I gotta say, listen, I have been known to fuck some white girls in my lifetime.
Yeah! Go, Alfonso, go!
Okay, now I have spent my life TMZ. And every time you see me in a club, guess who I walk out with? Who? A lovely
white
chick.
Oh, Alfonso.
Every motherfucking time.
Alfonso.
I don't even think the people in the crowd like
I
this.
think you better when I think I'm home. Come on now. I think I break.
Yo, this is the whitest shit.
I've never seen this part. I didn't know he broke down the freestyle.
I make a break them out. Come on. I'm a little white shit. I don't know what I'm saying, but I get everybody what? Come on, get
See, this is the Carlton variant that's on Coke.
Yes. On Coke with the white bitches.
Yes, this is the crossover from the new Bel Air into the old Bel Air multiverse.
Yo.
The crack that Carlton did is now in this Carlton.
The new Carlton. Yo, I can't believe. Yo, that is so unlikable. Like they just like why would you do that? Like why would you say? Because even like the white dudes who are standing in that crowd are probably like, "What are you doing, bro?"
And even the white girls are like, "Is it me?" And then there's the one girl that's like, "Hey."
I mean, I love Fresh Prince of
I
Bel-Air.
love Fresh Prince.
I that's another. You know, he does a bunch of game shows now.
Yeah, he hosts. Is he still doing America's Funniest Home Videos?
Is he? By the way,
so.
You mean Reels?
Is that what it is?
No, that's all America's Funniest Home Videos are now.
Is it? I haven't watched it in so long.
They're Reels.
Oh yeah,
like they're the first Reels. There was no Reels.
That's true.
They were just short snippets of funny shit on TV.
Oh my god, that's
It's TikTok. It was the first
TikTok. Yeah.
Well, this is blah blah. When this happens,
and the
next one.
The creator fund was you getting a trip out there and getting paid to show your video, and then if it did really well and people loved it, you got the big money.
There you fucking go.
Wow.
Crazy when you think.
Crazy way to think about it.
Yeah. Let me see. Where's now let's look up Benny the Bull.
Yes.
That's crazy. This nigga has first off, that Benny the Bull has a Wikipedia page is funny, but then the fact that
he's the most beloved
current Benny in other media appearances. Benny, one of the characters. Where is it at? Appearance.
Should be like controversies or scandals or something. Check the top.
Current Benny.
Go up.
Biography, retired versions.
Yeah. Huh. They might have took it down since this nigga actually just Google Benny the Bull drugs, dealing drugs. Because I promise you, I went and looked it up on here after he said, because he said it in the special, and I immediately grabbed my phone and was like,
in 2004, Benny the Bull was arrested for selling weed outside of the
United Center.
Oh, nigga, you're stupid. Wait,
dumb.
He was in the costume?
The way that this nigga tells a joke, he says in full costume. So I don't know if that part is true, because that would be really wild.
Ran out to just
like do it in like at halftime or something.
Yeah, like bro, like I got 100 for you right now. Let me just run out here and do this. And then it's when it comes right down to it, NBA is all about basketball. But what it goes into putting on the games, franchise, blah blah. All teams have a mascot, and for the Chicago Bulls, that's Benny the Bull. While most people just know Benny for all the stunts and antics, in 2004, the mascot's extended routine led to some legal troubles. Benny the Bull's act had character from his family added, included blah 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 blah. Well, I don't need all this. Get to the details.
Right. That's what I hate about articles. Like they have to fluff it out
because they want to keep you on the page.
Yeah.
Where is it? Got in trouble with the law in 2004 when the man who played him, Chester Brewster, was arrested for selling marijuana. Now, let's see.
Chester Brewster.
They got a picture of him. Oh, they kept that nigga's face off the internet, huh? And then this is a new thing. Like, this is why you guys don't. I'm not paying you $3 for a year of the Chicago Tribune. Like, stop it. I fucking, bro.
Because I can get the same details on Twitter. Why am I paying you for this?
Thank you. And Twitter's free.
Correct.
Let me see basketball.
For now.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's gonna change. Apparently, Grok, that new Grok, is supposed to come out at 8. That's so crazy. Do they have a picture of Chester Brewster anywhere?
If they do, I really want to know because he said his mom was married to this nigga.
That's insane. No. Wow, they really kept this.
Because you know they keep it hit like the mascots. They keep them so hidden.
Right. But damn, you would think.
Like at least a mugshot or something.
Yeah.
But the Bulls probably like hell no.
Hell no.
That emergency fund came out. Scrub it. Wipe all this shit.
How much do you think the NBA spends on
like scandals and shit?
Yeah, keeping things quiet.
I want to say like
500 a year, 500 mil a year.
500 mil. See, I was gonna say 50 mil, and I thought that was too much.
I mean,
but then I really thought about it. I'm like, that's a lot of niggas that do a lot of nigga shit.
Dumb shit. Yeah, bro.
Shit. Nigga.
Yo, I saw there was this one post on X, and it was like,
I know exactly what you said.
White people heard that shit was hilarious.
I know exactly what you was talking about.
That shit is hilarious.
Nigga shit. Nigga shit.
That shit is so stupid. Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
Damn. Do I have it? These are all my saved real Twitter shit. I need to like organize this and put shit in like folders and all this kind of stuff.
Oh, facts. That's what I wish you do. If they had folders like save funny videos, save the information.
Yeah.
Save the recipes.
Boyz II Men went to the White House. That was funny to me. Because I also know, I'm like, did y'all just not get a picture with Trump, or did y'all just not post that one, or what?
No, there was definitely a picture taken. I can guarantee you, but they're not posting.
Or what? Or did these niggas just show up to the White House on the day he's not there? That just seems dumb.
Right. Nah, he was there. They just decided not to post that one.
We'll post this one. You know what's in the building. That shit's funny.
That nigga always be crashing out.
Who?
The dude with the beard.
Oh, this dude? Yeah, he's angry because Trump has his mugshot in the hallway of the Oval Office.
Oh, you were showing me.
What is your this? I thought it was cool.
Oh, this fire.
Oh, like man, it's crazy to see how something evolves over time. Man. I'm not gonna lie, 1992, I remember that logo, and I remember 95 and 97 heavy.
That's what I was about to say. Like all the nostalgia just came warping back, going like to the movies to see like Batman Returns and all that, Batman Forever,
Batman and Robin. I liked Batman and Robin. Everyone hated it.
Yeah, it was cool.
2 of these, calling me in the morning. Mr. Freeze, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yo, that shit was cold. I mean, it was pretty bad, but it was very entertaining.
It was for what it was in the 90s.
Chris O'Donnell, and he kisses Poison Ivy, and then he takes the.
Oh yeah! Now I got to go back and watch it.
Yeah, and then they brought on what's her name as Catwoman. She was on Suburgatory too.
I'm gonna show fight.
You know the girl from Clueless.
Alicia Silverstone?
Yes, I believe that was.
Yes. Her. Okay.
Man, that shit was. Let me see, Batman and Robin.
Yeah, still waiting on my Marvel movie, DC something.
Yep, man, that was because that was that's what's her name. Pulp Fiction. What's her name? I
don't know white people like that.
For Pulp Fiction. She's the one who gets she's never seen Kill Bill. Fiction.
Oh, Uma Thurman. Okay.
Yeah.
I know Kill Bill.
George Clooney is Batman. Yo, I wonder how many.
The costumes are crazy.
I was about to say, I wonder how many hours he has to do in makeup for this.
I would love to see somebody do that as cosplay. I'm not doing it. It's too much. I do cosplay, but I do simple stuff when I go to these cons.
Yeah, you're like, all right, trying to spend all this bread doing all this, like, because I know that shit can add up quick.
Yeah, but I know people like they make their custom pieces and it just takes. I know one guy, he did Bishop from X-Men.
Okay.
But he custom did it, like cut all the pieces, make the gun holster, make the belt, made the like the chest plate, all that. I don't have the time or patience for that. I'm not a DIY person.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not like I wish I was though, but
I do too.
Man, it's just not my. But I also think you gotta just like, you just gotta make a bunch of shit. It's just like anything else. You gotta just make a bunch of shit, fuck it up a bunch of times, and then go, oh, okay, this is how this works.
Yeah. Because the one that I always do, I love the Back to the Future movies.
Okay.
So I do Marty McFly from Part 2. Where he has like the super long jacket and the light up shoes. And
that's fine. Yeah.
And that's a simple one. I don't have to get nothing extra. I put on the red t-shirt under it. I wear some dark blue jeans.
Right.
I'm cool. I got the shoes. I got the hat. I got the jacket.
Why are they selling those shoes for $15,000?
I have some fake ones that I got for like $60. They look just like the
ones?
Yeah, they look just like the real ones. And everybody, when they see them, they be like, "Oh, I can't believe you wearing them outside." I'm like, "Yeah, me either. Cool." Okay. Are those the real ones? If you want them to be. No, I'm not spending all that money.
It's why. It's like, I get it. They're great movie, cool shoes, but like
they're a novelty thing.
They're a novelty, yeah. And
you're not wearing those everywhere.
Also, they're $15,000 and they're not the real shoes.
Yeah.
Like, if we're gonna get if I'm gonna spend a asinine amount of money on something like that, then I'm getting the shoes from Back to the Future.
Yes.
And that's
the actual shoes.
Thank you.
And that's the thing, like even in that culture, like seeing what people will buy.
Oh, people will buy anything.
What they will spend money on at those things.
Yeah.
But now I'm starting to play the game of pay a little for this, sell it for a lot later.
Right.
And so they're like, "Oh, you wait in line to go meet this person and sign this?" Yes. I will pay $40 to have the voice of Gerald sign my Funko Pop.
Right.
Because later on, when something happens, God forbid, or when I just was like, you know what? Oh, the value on this is up. He ain't even got to be dead. It's just like
the value's up.
The value's
Arnold's
up.
Come back.
Come back, and now everybody wants something.
Like Hey Arnold or whatever the fuck. Yeah.
I have a signed Funko Pop from the guy who played Gerald that I spent $40 to get signed, $10 on the Funko Pop, and now I'm about to sell it for $500.
Right.
Who comes out on top?
That my homie Jerry was doing that a lot with what's the guy's name? Murakami. Like he would go to like Complex Con.
Okay.
That kind of stuff. And Murakami was like signing pieces and like selling exclusive stuff. And he bought a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And then sat on it for a while. All went up. And he sold right before like stuff started like dipping. Like
yeah, and that's how you do it. Like I have a hoverboard, not the full one, but it's like just a cardboard printout, but it's the one from the authenticated shop.
Got you.
And I got it signed by Christopher Lloyd that played Doc Brown.
Oh wow, that's fine.
So I spent about $60 for him to get that signed, but now when it's time to sell that bad boy, they have a huge fan base.
Huge.
And so once I throw that John up on eBay with the picture of me getting it signed by him.
Think of every nigga who owns like a souped up Back to the Future DeLorean.
Yeah. There's one dude, he comes every year.
I believe.
In perfect condition. Drives that thing in, sets up a backdrop in front of the tower and charges people to take pictures.
Genius.
And you know what he did the year Christopher Lloyd was there?
What?
Partnered with his manager, and then you could take pictures in the DeLorean with Christopher Lloyd. But that was like a $250 meet and greet.
Of course.
Because why? He got to get his money, and Christopher Lloyd got to get his money.
Genius.
But it was so smart.
That's a play.
Yeah. Because you paid off the car already. Now you're just making bread off of it. And he has everything. They have all the little props, and you can do the banana in the back, and they have the hoverboard, and they'll make sure you do the poses. They're like, do you want to do the pose from 1, 2, or 3? Oh, you're dressed like Marty from Because I was the first person that they saw one day that walked by, and I call myself Martell McFly because I'm black. And they was like, "Oh, you gotta come take pictures." I was like, "I don't want to pay." No, just come over. We'll do a couple for you, just because you have on the whole entire fit.
Right.
I was like, "Oh, cool." Cross promotion. I get some free pictures. It looks cool. But I was like, "This is smart. This is how you capitalize off this stuff." But that's also why I say, like, people. Had I been a child star. Mm-hmm. I'm going to every one of these things and finding a way to sit at, even if I have to get the table myself.
Right.
Because I'm coming up. People they live off nostalgia. They live off of being able to mentally go back to a place where they didn't have bills and the world wasn't crumbling and they felt safe and they felt connected to somebody that, made them laugh every Saturday morning while they were eating their Fruit Loops.
Right.
But people underestimate it because they don't think that there's a value in it. They think the value is only in what's now. People value where they came from, which is why they'll pay to go to these things, which is why a Power Ranger convention can sell out in a couple days and people are packed in there, lined. I've seen my boy, the Black Ranger,
he be crushing those damn
lined out the door. But he has it down to a T. He knows how much he's charging to get his Funko Pop signed. He knows how much he's charging for a video shout out, for a cameo.
Walter E. Jones.
Yeah,
he
look at appearance.
Bro, there was a few times he was gonna come on and do the pod, and he's always gone.
Always gone.
Always has a convention.
Yeah,
always has a convention.
I know his booking manager, Aaron.
Oh God.
Hustle Matters.
Okay.
That dude, but he's smart. Really? Aaron is one of the smartest people I know, and they kind of I think he was very underestimated. That man has done what I said. He's found the nostalgic people, and he gets them out to these conventions, and that's what he does. He's a booking agent. He's a connector.
Right.
And he works with Big Sean, and now he's in rooms with Will Smith and doing all this stuff. Dang. He knew how to be a connector. Everyone isn't meant to be in the forefront, at least not all the time. But Aaron saw where his hustle worked. I work good in creating these deals and creating opportunities and putting the people in the room. And these are people that he grew up watching and knew, okay, if there's a hunger for it from me, there's a hunger for it from other people. Right. This is where I can make the plug. You need to be making money because there's a fan base out there that you're missing that can bring you money. I'm the person that can do that for you. So now this is how I make money while also getting to network and build my people as I travel with you guys. And I'm also building my brand. So I'm creating like we said the other day, there's cross opportunity here.
Cross-pollination, yeah.
There's and he's now built up. And so people know Aaron for being Hustle Matters. And so if I'm saying like, oh, I want to start doing these, I'm looking for my Aaron, or I'm trying to get to Aaron.
Right.
So he made himself valuable by showing that he could bring value to other people. That's what people don't realize.
Service to other people.
Service to other people, yeah. But now it's servicing him. People don't want to do that. You just want people to see that you're the next big thing, but you don't want to show why I should invest and take time in you. It's not going to happen overnight. Yeah. No one's going to just hand this to you. I didn't quit my job and automatically just start making money off of Instagram or whatever the case is.
It don't work that way.
No, I had to work. I had to put in value. Some stuff doesn't work. And I have to analyze myself. It was like I'm the business.
Yeah, market research. But that shit don't work. Cool. All right, so I pivot. And then, they like this. Okay, maybe I should do another one of these.
Exactly. Right. This is market research with insecurities. Yes.
Man, facts.
It's gonna bother you. It's gonna have a rough day, and that's why it's not for the weak.
Yeah.
Doing this is not for the weak. If you don't have the gumption to get up and do it, and either learn it or invest into somebody who knows how to do it, you don't want to edit. You better be able to put that money into somebody that does.
And then you got to go find the person.
You got to find them.
That's a whole fucking,
that's
the internet makes it easier, but let's be real. The first editor is probably not going to be that good. Second editor, especially for your price point. Second editor might be inconsistent, you know what I mean? But might be good. Third guy, it's always fucking something. Man.
He's speaking from experience.
Yeah. And then you get to the point where it's so inconsistent, you just learn how to do it your fucking self.
Yeah. And that's what happened a lot. I hate editing. It is my least favorite part of what I do.
I don't don't mind it. I
Fine, I'll start sending you my videos.
I kind of get a kick out of it, though. You know, I know what's fucking it up for you, though. I always tell people this. What do you use? You be editing on your phone, don't you?
Depends. If it's something like really quick, I'll do my phone. But if not, I'm airdropping it to the computer and I'm doing it in CapCut.
Okay, well that's what I was gonna say. Because CapCut on the computer to me is like that's the way to go, unless you're doing something where you need Premiere or Final Cut. But if you're doing like internet stuff, bro, CapCut to me on the computer is the easiest. Like,
yeah,
you can
if it's the
out.
short clips where I'm just adding like a little sound effect here or there, or just add text. Yeah, but if it's like where I know how to do some more precise stuff and the fading and all that, and if I have to do the overlays and all that, I'm on the computer, because otherwise I'm over here struggling. And I'm like,
it's the same with Canva. Like, I hate using Canva on the phone, but Canva on the laptop is fantastic.
Yeah. So like when people ask me, they're like, "Oh, how'd you do this so fast?" I kind of have my system down of. Because what I used to do was just get up and like start recording and try and just see what's gonna work as I say it. Right. Now I kind of script them out, like the Rugrats ones.
Right.
I script those out beforehand. I have my 5 or 6 punchlines that I'm gonna hit, because now it's turned into what was supposed to just be a one-off sketch is now a storyline.
Right.
So guess what? We have to continue to tell a story. So I can't just wing it. Because now people are trying to see what's there in the comments. What's happening on the next one?
Right.
You know, I'm now creating my own show.
Right.
But a lot of people think I just get up there and I just talk. I had to learn that. No, you have to have something in place, because also they can tell when you need somewhere to go. And also people can tell when you didn't put the effort in. And sometimes that works. If it's just like an accident, you just accidentally say something funny or something happens in the moment, which has happened. Cool.
But you can't replicate that.
You can't. And that's why I was like, I can't replicate it again and again and again and again. Mm-hmm. If it's an accident, that's a one-off. Don't go back to that. Let it live on its own. If it's something you planned and it works, that's when you go back. Right. And guess what? The second video may not do as good, but that doesn't mean you don't do it again. What you're trying to do is continue to get people in and keep the story going, because they may catch on to episode 7 and then go back and watch episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So a lot of people get discouraged when, this one got 40,000 views, but the next one only got 6,000. Okay, that was the season premiere.
Right.
Get the people hooked. Get people talking about it and sending it out to people, and they'll come over. It's word of mouth. You got to keep going, and you have to be consistent.
That's the key to everything.
Consistency.
I mean, even the key to winning life is waking up every day, right?
Yeah.
Like
at 5 a.m. and going to hot yoga. That's what I do.
We didn't do that today. Today was not that day. But
that was the plan.
Usually 5 a.m. Well, today's my rest day now.
Okay.
Because that's why I went yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Because I was like,
you knew.
I was like, there's no way that I'm going to this reception and then I'm gonna just be like, oh yeah, like let me hit the gym at 5 a.m. Yeah. So I was like, let me,
No, we got back and it was.
It was
good times. Good times.
What was I gonna say? So what do you want to do next, man? What's your goals for the future? Or I want to say 2025. But I hate that because you're still stifling. But just for the future.
Just for the future. Well, I don't know how much I can talk about. I'll say this: I'm producing now, as you said. Mm-hmm. That's something a lot of people don't know, and that I haven't fully talked about publicly. I am pitching 2 projects right now.
Okay, nice.
To some networks, which has been a goal of mine for a minute. But I said at the top of last year that my goal before the end of the year, I'm going to pitch to a major network. I pitched to 2. So that was dope. And they're reality shows. And the reason I did that is because I know where the industry is at right now. They ain't really got no money, so I'm trying to give you guys something that's fresh, new, different, but also affordable.
Right.
To get me in the room so you can see my creativity, you can see my value. I have a bunch of scripted stuff, but I figured these were a little bit easier to get in and to build that relationship. So then when you ask me, okay, what else are you doing? Now I can get
you the stuff that need a little budget.
Right.
Right.
If you can see my value from the ground floor without much, then you're willing to pay into something a little bit more.
Facts.
And if you ask for it, I got it. I'm ready. So doing that, producing, I do want to eventually own my own production company one day, and make it for, and they're going to be mad. They're going to be like, this is DEI. I do want to be for people of color, and not just black people, but people of color, of any background, to tell their stories through their writers, through their people, because a lot of times when we have these Asian-led, Latino-led, Black-led shows, the writer's room and the producers and all that, they're not all Black. They're not all Latino. They're not all Chinese.
Right.
But they're trying to tell these stories. And that's not fair,
and
because
it's not even majority. Because
it's not majority.
I'm not even mad if you have a different races all working on the same project.
Right.
But if it's a Black show and 4 out of 6 writers are white, it's kind of like,
what are we doing? Because now the 2 Black writers in there are more just reference points.
Exactly. And they're fighting for ideas that are actually truer to the story.
And then you're trumping them for what you feel like should be the reality. Well, I don't know. I don't think that. Of course you don't know.
People don't do that, do they? I'm sure shit like that gets said.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen. Fuck you mean that doesn't happen? Shit happened yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, no. I remember I was working on this, I was an actor. It was like this live experience thing. I didn't end up doing it. It was a dope concept, really dope concept. I'm trying to think of what it was called, but it was basically like an interactive thing where you walk through and the actors are telling this story about a kid who was accused of robbing the store. And so the audience is watching all of these things play out. You're watching everyone that's connected to the kid. You learn about his past and all this by each room you go through. Right. And so it was a visual, audible, and hands-on experience.
Okay, yeah.
And then at the end, you end up in the courtroom and you vote. The audience gets to vote whether they think that he's guilty or innocent. And so it's like you were playing a game with it. Right? Super dope concept. But it was there was a lot of stuff about microaggressions and, judging people just because of the color of their skin. The director for it, she was Latina. Mm-hmm. I don't want to say it. I don't know if she was Mexican or Puerto Rican. I don't want to missay it.
She's Latina, yeah.
And I just feel like she didn't do her due diligence for you to be directing a story that fully impacts Black culture and what we go through as Black people.
Right.
And so one day we were talking about microaggressions or just like racist terms that people would say. And we were bringing them up and we were talking about like how they would say monkey or was it like grease monkey or something like that.
Yeah.
She was like, I've never heard that. People don't say that. And I was like, yes, they do.
Yeah, they do a lot.
All the time. Yeah. What do you mean? And so she was just, I don't know. I don't like that one. I was like,
right.
You can't negate my experience. You can't negate what I know is said to me.
True. Yeah.
That I've heard it. I've seen it.
Yeah.
And so now you telling me that because you don't believe it and it doesn't seem realistic to you, you're not letting me tell an authentic story out here.
Right.
And you're also not giving it to the people who are paying their money. And also now I'm offended because you're trying to tell me that my life and my reality is not real.
Yeah. In my opinion, it's not true.
Right. And
gives a fuck about your opinion. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's crazy.
And so now I'm like, I don't feel comfortable working with you as the director because you didn't do your due diligence of what the Black experience is. This is stuff that you should have researched and said, I'm going in here and telling this story about a young Black man who is being accused of doing a crime that he probably did not do. And people are using foul language against him. They're using racist terms. They're using microaggressions, macroaggressions.
Right.
But I don't know any of these. I've never heard any of this. I've never had that experience. I grew up around all of my people, and I've never had to experience any of this.
Well, then that's why there should be a young Black guy who's in the
Exactly.
Who's a right hand for you. You know what I mean?
If
I'm making a movie about again, why would I be making a movie about a young Jewish kid's life? But
you don't know that.
That's what they would do on the inverse. And so now I'm writing about his life, but I don't have a Jewish kid to talk to about how his upbringing is. I've never heard of that. What's Yiddish?
Huh?
It's like
the horror.
The horror. The Torah or the horror?
Right.
It's crazy. When you look at it from that perspective, like, oh yeah, what if you only brought in black people to write Asian stories? That would make no sense, right?
At all.
So then why would you bring in all white people to write black stories?
You'd have them, their meetup spot would be Panda Express, because that's all.
That's all we know.
It's like, no, actually.
Did you get the egg rolls? You know they eat more than egg rolls.
Right. Half the stuff at Panda Express, these people are not authentically ordering. What are we doing
Fun
here?
fact, the family that owns Panda Express also owns part of the Cosmopolitan in Vegas.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
That's what cheap Chinese food can get you. But man, thanks for coming through, bro.
No problem.
This shit was fun.
Thank you for making sure I wasn't homeless while I was here.
Man, listen, it's always love.
When are we going? We got to film a project together. When's that happen?
You let me know, man. I'm always ready. Whenever the homies tell me they got a project, I'll be like, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. I have a couple things in the cabinet.
Hey,
listen,
man. Let's load the clip. I'm ready. We'll be out, y'all. Peace.